This is where dreams come to life, and this is where He gives to us a chance to shine and the reason to save tomorrow.
With throbbing pulse and weighted breath, steady eyes and aim all set, this is where each one will show why we're here and where we'll go.
All is a game, He said, and the spirit of the game we salute today. Together we shout, together we will play.
All is a game, He said, and the game will win at the end of the day. Together we shout, together we will play.
She's at this side. 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 She's at this side.
Beloved Bhagwan and His Excellency President Abdul Kalam are being welcomed by Indian sports legends Lieutenant Colonel Rajwardhan Rathore, Mr. Prakash Padukone, and Mr. Kapil Dev.
All is a game, He said, and the spirit of the game we salute today. Together we shout, together we will play.
All is a game,
They are followed by world champion gymnasts from Greece and Switzerland.
together we will play.
Together we will.
We then have the volleyball teams of Sri Lanka, Captain PG Morris Chaminda, and his team. The delegation is led by Brigadier PG Charles. We then have the Indian volleyball team, Captain KJ Kapil Dev and his teammates. The delegation is headed by S. Godandaramaya. Then we have the basketball teams from Indonesia, Captain Faisal Ahmad, the Indian team captain, Mr. Yadav, the basketball delegation is led by FIBA Asia Secretary General Dato Yocho Hok. We now have the Institute Brass Band led by Sai Sham Sharma, welcoming His Excellency Dr. Abdul Kalam, President of India, and beloved Bhagwan. the various officials of the sports federations are now being introduced to His Excellency and Bhagwan. Just announce this procession start. We now have the university convocation procession with the members of the governing council and the academic council of the institute. We will now commence our proceedings with the national anthem being played by the Institute Brass Band. Professor A.V. Lakshmi Narasimham, Registrar, Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Prashantinilayam, will now garland His Excellency Dr. Abdul Kalam, President of India. Mr. Anil Gokak, Vice Chancellor, Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, will now offer a bouquet of flowers to Bhagwan Baba. Mr. Chakravarti, Secretary, Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust, will now garland Dr. Ram Shetty. Professor Purnashri Devi, Principal, Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anandpur Campus, will garland Mrs. Usha Ram Shetty. Beloved Bhagwan, our heartfelt obeisances at your lotus feet. His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, President of India, His Excellency Sri T.N. Chaturvedi, Governor of Karnataka, His Excellency Sri Rameshwar Thakur, Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Sri Vilas Rao Deshmukh, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, distinguished dignitaries, sportsmen and patrons of sport from India and all over the world, esteemed elders, dear brothers and sisters. It gives me great joy to welcome all of you this afternoon to the inaugural function of the Sri Sathya Sai International Center for Sports in the abode of highest peace, Prashantinilayam. This world-class indoor stadium, which you see in front of you, is as much a visible manifestation of Bhagwan's divine will, the Vajra Sankalpa, as it is a spontaneous outpouring of his boundless love for his students, whom he has often called his own sole property. On behalf of the students and the faculty of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Bhagwan, we offer our heartful gratitude to you for your infinite benedictions and constant inspiration and guidance over the last 25 years. I now request Mr. Anil Gokak Vice Chancellor of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, to say a few words about Dr. Ram Shetty, an eminent cardiologist who has been associated with the indoor stadium project in a very municipal way.
Most revered Chancellor, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, our beloved chief guest of the day, His Excellency, the President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Sri Rameshwar Thakur, His Excellency the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, His Excellency Sri T.N. Chaturvedi, the Governor of Karnataka, Honorable Sri Vilas Rao Deshmukh, Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Honorable Justice P. Bhagwati, Dr. Ram K. Sethi and Mrs. Usha Sethi, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, and brothers and sisters. It is my proud privilege to say a few words on Dr. Ram K. Sethi and Mrs. Usha Sethi on this auspicious occasion. Dr. Ram K. Sethi, Mrs. Usha Sethi, their son and daughter, who are also distinguished medical professionals, have generously donated a sum of about rupees 40 crores, a substantial sum of about rupees 40 crores, for the construction of the stadium, both as an act of charity for a noble cause and an act of worship for Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dr. Sethi, an American board certified professional in internal medicine, geriatrics, and cardiology, has been practicing cardiology in California for almost 30 years and a devotee of Bhagavan Baba for the last 20 years. Mrs. Usha Sethi has played an important role and has been contributing to the noble efforts of Dr. Ram Sethi. The entire family believes that wealth, like love, should be shared with others for the maximum good of the maximum number. He has chosen to leave the lucrative jobs in the USA and offer his services at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Baba and be an instrument of the divine healer. I express my gratitude to them all for this noble gesture. May God bless them all. Jai Sai Ram.
I now invite Dr. Ram Shetty to share his thoughts with us on this occasion.
With humility and love, I prostrate at the divine lotus feet of our dearest and sweetest Bhagavan. My respects and reverences to our most admired and most versatile President of our country, His Excellency, Honorable Sri Kalam Ji. My respects and reverences also to all the distinguished dignitaries, distinguished guests, to the elders who have assembled here, and my dear brothers and sisters. Sai Ram to all of you. First and foremost, on behalf of my family, I extend my loving and heartfelt gratitude to our beloved Bhagavan for giving us a small part to play in His divine mission. Swami, we are extremely blessed to serve you and have no words in English vocabulary to express our feelings. We also know your compassion and grace on our family is beyond my expression. We also know very well, Swami, it is you who is the doer and we are just the instruments in your hand. You are the Sutradhari and we are Patradhari. In short, I would like to say we totally surrender to Swami. Talking about surrender, I like to talk about few words about my son, to tell you how a young man in USA surrendered to Swami and achieved his goal. With the Swami's grace, he became a doctor of medicine in his early 20s in America and then wanted to do pediatric cardiology as a specialty and did not want to do anything with surgery. But when he met Swami, Swami told him to do cardiac surgery, and that too pediatric cardiac surgery. He obeyed Swami and changed his attitude and started applying for surgical programs in America. In America, one has to do a period of general surgery ranging from 5 to 7 years before you can take up cardiac surgery. After completing 3 years there, he wanted to do the pediatric cardiac surgery rather, and Swami told him to apply to Australia. With Swami's sankalpam and grace, he did get into the program and he is working right now as we speak. His goal is to finish the pediatric cardiology and come back and serve Swami whenever Swami wants, whatever he wants. His ambition is to work with Swami and his goal is to stay with Swami. Swami, I just pray to you to give us more strength, to me as well as to my son, so that we can serve you, and serve you till the last day of our lives. Jai Sai Ram.
On behalf of the sports fraternity, we now have two legends of Indian sport, Mr. Kapil Dev and Lieutenant Colonel Rajwardhan Rathod, who will be offering bouquets to beloved Bhagwan and His Excellency President Abdul Kalam. From among the spectrum of sporting heroes gracing this occasion, we have an icon, a legend, whose exploits on the sports field is part of cricketing folklore. A hurricane who blew the winds of change for Indian cricket and crowned India the world champion in 1983. Brothers and sisters, please welcome the wisdom Indian cricketer of the century, Sri Kapil Dev Nikhanj. I request him to share his thoughts with us on this occasion.
Good afternoon, Swamiji, Dr. Abdul Kalam. You are the most genius person in my mind and to the entire country. All the people sitting in the dais this side and all the devotees and my lovely friends who are going to perform this afternoon. A very good afternoon to everyone. As a sportsman, I have only few words, and sports people don't really talk too much. I can say what I see here today, it is a paradise for any sports person. With your blessing, if sports people can have these type of arenas all around the country, I assure you we will bring many, many medals in Olympics or any sports in this world. I think in this country, other people get inspired to see such a beautiful arena. It is hard to build in just 100 days, but this is what we all can do. When we devote ourselves to the occasion, we always raise ourselves. And I think from ourselves, behalf of all the sports people in our country, we really bow you and say, well done, all of you. You made us proud, and we will not let you down. We will perform for the right occasion. Thank you very much.
A student asked Bhagwan, Bhagwan, what is the aim of education? Bhagwan replied, education is for life, not for the living. The student again inquired, Swami, what is life? Bhagwan replied, life is a game, play it. Truly, life with all its uncertainties, twists and turns, triumphs and disasters resembles a game, which nevertheless has to be played by the rules. For in the end, the question that will be asked of us is not whether you won or lost, but how you played the game. We now have a wonderful video presentation entitled, Life is a Game, Play It.
He said, life is a game. Learn to play it wisely and well. Live it to your fullest before the referee above rings the bell. So long as the team wins, what matters who nets the ball? So with this world, think not of yourself, but the good of all. The player who refuses to pass the ball commits a foul. The team suffers. The person who refuses to give commits a foul. His soul suffers. So learn to sing in tune with the universal soul. In the game of life, play as a team for a common goal, a common dream. Let the world be your playing field. Let every human being your teammate. With love, let these bonds be sealed, and together strive to determine fate. God is the referee above. Guru is my coach. He has taught me everything. Before him I humbly approach. and seek his divine blessing. My Guru took me into his fold 15 years ago. I was a boy of 4 then. I didn't know that my family was poor. That in this world there are things called school fees. 15 years later, I still don't know that there is such a thing called a school fee or a college fee or an exam fee. I never knew my father was poor. Till this day, when I see his heart swell with pride, I still don't know it. To my Guru, who has sheltered me from every storm, to my Master, who taught me both theory and practicals in this lab called life, who always lived the lecture, ever walked the talk, whose spirit is so strong it can move mountains, whose heart is so soft it can melt with a smile. To my Divine Master, I offer my deepest salutations. To him I humbly bow, seeking out his blessings. The book of his life is full of great chapters. Every chapter rings with a vision, a mission, a blessing. Where shall I begin? I flip the pages at random. A few will suffice to show his grace and his divine life. There is a page called Water, which slakes the parched throats of millions of people in deep, deserted roads. Every day, water, as pure can be, flows free to their doorstep, a miracle all can see. My brothers and sisters bathe in it, drink it, yet the taps never run dry. The world wanted to know why. Behind this miracle, what mountains were moved? By how many men? How much money? How much toil? What technology? What will? And finally, how did you make this miracle happen, Swami? He said, love made it happen. But they asked, what about the money? Where's that to be found? He said, love is the currency of the divine. It makes the universe go around. I flip the book through. I find in each page a thought for you. I find hospitals. I find temples of healing where he cured millions who were ailing. When the patients worried about the fees, he smiled. I have been well paid in love, he replied, and added, so should you be. For look how I take the R from repay, add it to fee, and make it free. So remember to help your fellow man, for that's how you repay me. Who are you, Swami? Guru visible is wrapped in enigma invisible. Deep, unfathomable, imperceptible. Who are you, Swami? The mystery is such that it can be told, yet will grow deeper as it unfolds. Guru can be known, but the knowledge of the knower will stretch into the unknown and the unknowable. till it snaps the bounds of the finite and pulses into the infinite. Beyond words, beyond thought, beyond the limits of comprehension. It suffices to know him as love personified, for I see his boundless love. I feel his endless compassion. I touch his limitless grace. Who are you, Swami? I playfully ask. Who wants to know? Guru answers, equally playful. I, Swami, I respond. Then seek out who you are, and by, when that answer you can see, you will know you are me. I am a team player in the game called life. The world is my playing field. Every human being is my teammate. Poverty, hatred, and greed are my rivals. God is the referee. Guru is my coach. He has taught me to play the game and play it well. To him, I offer my deepest salutations. To him I humbly bow, seeking out his divine blessings.
We now move over to the sports display, and to begin this afternoon's sporting extravaganza, we have some very special guests right from the Mecca of Olympics, Greece. These gymnasts are Olympic and World Championship at various sporting arenas at different points of time. Flavio Fanconi, Domenico Rossi, Vangelis Kolouzakis, Tabakos Demosthenis, Pagalov Maria, and Jorgatov Maria. The first event is on the Roman rings by Tabakos Demosthenis. He is world champion gold medalist, European champion gold medalist, and Olympic champion gold medalist at Athens on the Roman rings. Gymnast is Flavio Fanconi. He is the Swiss champion on Roman rings and a member of the team at the team finals at the European Championship. Domenico Rossi, who is also the coach of the junior national team, Switzerland. That is Vangelis Kolouzakis, the Greek champion on the trampoline. We now have rhythmic gymnastics by Pagalov Maria and Jorgatov Maria. have floor exercises by Flavio. The gymnasts offer their pranams to Bhagwan. Years ago, in 1995, the gymnasts had prayed to Bhagwan for an opportunity to perform in his divine presence. And Bhagwan said that he would in the future. Today is that day. The next sports event in the agenda is the volleyball match between Sri Lanka and India, the seniors national team.
This is the second international match being played between India and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka to serve, love all. India to serve, score 1 love. Point. Point to India, 5-1. Point to Sri Lanka, 4-8. Point to India, 9-4. Point to Sri Lanka, 5-9. Good blocking by Indian side. Score 10-5. Sri Lanka to serve 6-10. Beautiful shot by Tom Joseph of India. Score 11-6. Very good service by Shrikant of India. Score 12-6. First time out for Sri Lanka. India to serve 12-6. Net contact by India. Sri Lanka to serve 7-12. Hello. Clean out the rest. Beautiful placing by Kapil Dev, captain of the Indian team. Score 13-7. Touch out by Sri Lanka team. Score 8-13. India to serve. Score 14-8. A good spiking by Sri Lankan side. Sri Lanka to serve 9-14. Good blocking by Sri Lanka. Score 10-14. Ball out. Sri Lanka to serve 11-14. Net touch by Sri Lanka 15-11. Point to India 18-11. Point to Sri Lanka 11-18. Sorry, 12-18. Quick. 12-18. Good spiking by Tom Joseph. Point to India 19-12. Good shot by Sri Lankan team. Score 13-19. Good spiking by Subrao of Indian team. Score 20-13. One point to India, 21-13. Very good shot by number 3 of Sri Lanka. Score 14-21. Good shot by Subrao of India. Score 22-14. One more shot by Indian side, 23-14. Second timeout for Sri Lankan team. Srikanth to serve. Good blocking by India. Score 4-1. It was a very good rally. Net contact by India. Point to Sri Lanka. Score 2-4. Point to India. Score 5-2. Point to India. 10-3. First timeout for Sri Lankan team in the second set. The first set has been won by India at score 25-15. 10-3. Ball on the net. Point won by Sri Lanka. Ball out. One more point to India. At score 16-7, Kapil Dev, the captain of the team. Good shot by Sri Lankan side. Good shot by Sri Lanka. Point to India, 25-13. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second international match won by Indian side. The first match was won at Bangalore. our Indian volleyball team is participating in the Asian Games at Doha, Qatar, with the blessings of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and also the blessings of His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
The first part of today's function to a close. Within a few minutes from now, we will have the convocation of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning.